I'd like to give another congratulations to our very own Dalton Hessel, our royalty candidate. He didn't win, but he reached 92 trillion views on a new viral video called The Fresh Prince of Eau Claire. Let's watch.
Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, tell you how I became the prince of a town called Eau Claire. Northern Wisconsin, born and raised in the woods is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, reading some books on the inside of the school, and a couple of tests that went pretty well. Starting getting antsy at the school bell. I got one little letter my mom really cared. She said, "You're going to the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire." I packed with my dad, and when moving day came near, the car was so packed, couldn't see out of the rear. If anything that I said, this car was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it, you're home to Eau Claire. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to my parents, "You're home, smell you later." Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there, to sit on the throne as the Prince of Eau Claire.
Our reporter Josh Creans got a chance to sit down for an interview with Hessel, who said the video didn't secure him homecoming royalty, but it got him some great publicity. He's currently in talks with NBC for a full-on Fresh Prince of Eau Claire show. He's also taken inspiration from his Hessel for Homecoming campaign and has closed a deal with the studio for a brand new crime drama series titled Hessel for Homicide Investigation. Our last congratulations goes out to our very own TV10 Blue Gold News Now reporter Allison Anholt. Allison turned 21 this past homecoming weekend and has been an asset to the news team for a long time. I ran into Allison on Saturday night, and we were approached by a group of homecoming celebrators. They were extreme celebrators. One was especially inebriated, and he approached, and the only words he was able to speak, unfortunately, was the name Lindsay. There was no Lindsay with us, but I think he made it home safely. My thoughts and prayers go out to him. We're going to take a commercial break here, but after the break, we're assaulting your senses with a brand new segment called the Sus Report. Stay tuned. All right, we've got a new segment here for you. It's called the Sus Report. Sus stands for Severely Unreasonable Story Report. Okay, so our first severely unreasonable story is BOB's $1 million Flat Earth Fund. So let me just sum this up real quick. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it, but according to CNN, BOB's campaign says the plan is to launch multiple satellites into space in order to observe and try to disprove what centuries of science and technology have already confirmed. He says all he needs is a small investment of $200,000 and a launch approval, and he's going to send these satellites, and he's titled the mission, Show Bob the Curve. Now, I'm not sure really what's going through his mind in this one, but he's going to spend $1 million on GoFundMe. Now, GoFundMe, essentially what it does is there's very loose rules on what is considered refundable activity, basically. He just has to do something related to the money or related to the cause that he says it's going to be worth. So people can donate $1 million, and even if he doesn't launch the satellites, it doesn't matter. So apparently by Monday afternoon, it has racked up $255, huge, and 105 shares on Facebook. He's also written a song because he got into a Twitter argument with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he got a brand new song out. It's called Flatline. I recommend you watch it. It's not appropriate for the studio, but it's really great and gives insight into why the Earth is really flat. You know, I think he does a great job. So we're going to go on to our next story here, and that is Lil Wayne skipping a concert because he didn't go through security check, or he didn't want to. So the venue in South Carolina asked him to go through standard security procedures, and he refused, and I think that's part of his image, his tough guy image. He's a very tough guy, you know, I respect that. But he was arrested in 2007 for having a gun at a concert, so can't say he learned a lot from the past. But according to ABC, he refused to comply with the security check, and the venue instead skipped his concert. So I guess that was a great choice for him. On to the next one. We've got James Dyson. This is possibly the most unreasonable story of the night. He wants to build an electric car. How unreasonable is that? He's the reinventor of the vacuum cleaner, all right, so he did a really great job with that, became a billionaire from it, and he wants to create a radical all-electric car for launch in 2020 with a commitment to spend £2 billion, or $2.7 billion, on solid-state battery technology on vehicle design. Dyson said his 400-strong team of engineers and had already spent 2.5 years working on these cars. And they're developing the batteries, and they're going to also power in-house designed electric motors. So what I think about this is it's completely unreasonable, and I'll tell you why. James Dyson is a born vacuum innovator, okay? I can't see him making a car powered by a vacuum cleaner, and therefore I dismiss his theory of building an electric car as completely unreasonable. And unless he's to build a vacuum vehicle, then I have no interest in purchasing such a thing. We're going to move on to our last sus report now. Our President Donald Trump went to a hurricane relief event for victims in Puerto Rico, and he gave them paper towels, and it's good, but we're going to play a video, and I'm going to show you why it's unreasonable, okay? The man is throwing paper towels, like basketballs, and the reason this is unreasonable is because he has horrible follow-through. Okay, he's got horrible representation of the beef technique, which is bend at the elbows, eyes, elbows, follow through. He just holds his hands like this, like a limp fish or something, and I think that's downright laughable. So, I mean, he's got good distance and everything, you know, people catch him. I wouldn't say it's a three-pointer, but it's pretty all right. Overall, there's a lot of people looking to catch him because it's probably going to be a famous thing, and they knew it was going to be on shows like this where we would criticize his basketball technique. So, we're going to go on to a commercial break. When we come back, though, we've got a very important exclusive interview with treasure hunter Maxwell Hard Donuts. And stay tuned because it's something really important. Maxwell Hard Hat, everybody! Woo! How's it going, sir?
It's going all right.
Let me welcome you to the show with a legendary technique. It's been passed down for centuries. I'd like you to stand up. I'd like a timer to get on the board for us, please.
All right.
There we go. The timer's coming up.
No, wait for the timer, dude.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to present you a technique that no one should try at home. It's very dangerous, it's very exclusive, and only members of a certain club can do it. I'm going to welcome Max to the show with the 30-second handshake. Ready, Max?
Ready.
Extend your hand. Clasp, and begin. Woo! Hey, welcome to the show, bud.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right. So, let me just fill in viewers. This past week, we interviewed a legendary treasure hunter, also very well respected in the field. His name was Brandon Paulzine, and he went to the Rocky Mountains to search for a treasure called the Forrest Fenn treasure. Now, Forrest Fenn is a real guy, for people that don't know. He's an art dealer, and he buried a bunch of treasure in these mountains, and he gave a bunch of clues out on the internet. People have went looking for it. People have died searching for it. It's a real thing. And Brandon Paulzine went there and had a great trip, great overall experience. He had a lot to say, and he talked a lot of stuff. He talked a lot of stuff about Max. Okay, Max is here to talk and give us his case. I've got some basic questions for you.
All right.
And then we'll get right into the juicy details that everybody's been wondering about for so long.
And after this interview, I have a few things to show you myself.
Oh, absolutely.
Some things I've found on my travels, some things that I've taken over
Artifacts.
25 years of treasure hunting.
Okay. Like, shoelaces and stuff. Okay. So, tell me about your trip. How long was it? What did you bring?
Well, the Forrest Whitaker treasure was a treasure that I've always really been wanting to find, right?
Makes you keep one eye open, as they say.
Absolutely. Excuse me, sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry.
There's a lot of
hard
treasure
to,
in the air.
I know, it's a lot of treasure in the air. So when I first started looking for the Forrest Whitaker treasure, I always wanted to find that goblet that you always see, like in the movies, right? Mm-hmm. That one that one dude used to turn
Harry Potter, I believe was his name.
Yep, Harry Potter used to turn beer into wine, something like that.
Absolutely.
They call it the Holy Bail, I think it's called.
Okay.
And the thing is, I would always...
Is it Christian by chance?
No,
a Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Christian Bale is really involved in it. So the thing is, when I was looking for this Holy Bail, I don't know why they call it the Holy Bail. It would make more sense if they called it the Cool Cup, but,
The CC, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, you can't argue with the Brobel. So anyway, basically what happened is I'm looking for Forrest Whitaker's treasure and the thing is, it contains more than just that one goblet. It contains millions of dollars worth of Pez dispensers. Yes.
Really?
Millions of dollars.
Collectors or recent?
All of them. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you just answered, one of my last questions, which is, Brendan said he found it.
Really? I would have to say that that's an absolute lie. Because no one to this day has found it.
Before you get really into it, Max, here, I need to ask a couple other preliminary questions.
All right.
Just give the viewers a little background on the actual trip.
All right.
So, I'm going to ask you to describe your trip as either sleek, sexy, or a combination of both.
Oh, it was kind of a combination of both sleek and sexy.
Okay.
The sexy really came from when I first saw Brandon for the first time.
Oh,
the thing is, I'd never met him before. I've heard about him, but I'd never really met him before. And I'm like, oh man, that's a sexy dude. The thing is, when I got to get to know him, it went from sexy to more dirtbag.
Okay.
The thing is, I've met a lot of dirtbags in my day, and he is the baggiest.
Ooh.
He is.
Ugh.
The thing is, people are going to
Baggy?
say, America's going to say I'm harsh. America's not going to believe me. But the thing is, I know the truth. All right? I know the truth behind Brandon Paulson.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing history.
Well, the thing is, people need to know. That's why I go on the air every week. All right?
I understand. He's got a radio show. He talks a lot about weather.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right after Alex Jones's program and right before some dead air.
InfoWars. I'm very familiar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Okay.
Brandon Polzin, excuse me, got to say it right. He gets really offended when you say anything else. So now, biggest dirtbag I've ever met. Now the thing is, the sleek thing came from when I found the treasure. Bring it in here, camera guy. I found the treasure.
He found it.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Especially not butts.
Okay. All right. So moving on from butts, that was a great
segue.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what kind of wildlife did you encounter? I know Brandon said there was a lot of bears. I heard there was an unreasonable amount of birds as well.
Yes. But the thing is, the worst of it all was I got attacked by a rare limbwatch.
Oh, god awful.
It's a relation. It's relation. The thing is, we've all heard of it. The limbwatch. It comes from the thing is, the legend says that a member of the Limburg clan went into the woods one day back in the late 1700s and never came out. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I was attacked by one. I actually have his pelt right here. Do you mind if I go in the back and get it?
Go for it. Absolutely. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, he's about to pull out a limbwatch pelt.
The very first limbwatch pelt.
The first one ever captured on camera. This is extremely exciting for those of you that don't know anything about it.
All right.
It's a very dangerous animal, endangered, thought to be extinct, but it was brought back to its natural habitat just recently. But nobody's ever caught it on film, and here it is.
The very first limbwatch pelt.
Thank God it's dead. It smells horrible.
I know. See, it's dead.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, hold on, let me get a good picture. Get in there, camera guy. So, as you can see, the limb watch has it very much resembles a human, but there's two very big differences. First, the beard. As you can see, come in here, if you look closely, the beard grows from the neck first, and not the mustache like normal people, right? So, and the other biggest thing is look at the crook of this elbow, right? So like a lot of people will use the crook of their elbow to resemble like a butt or something.
Oh, yeah,
but if we zoom in closely, I don't see a butt at all in that. That's why I say no ifs, ands, or buts.
There you go. You just connected it.
Well, the thing is, that's what it comes from.
Do you mind if I touch it?
Yeah, you can. The thing is, the softest part of the limb watch
Yeah.
is the hair, right? Is the top hair.
Okay.
The thing is, like, it's interesting to touch the face up, but the thing is, the hair is like but Native Americans back in the day would trade limb watch hair.
Really?
Yeah, just check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, isn't it soft?
Yeah.
Yeah, in like a weird,
Disgusting.
in like a weird kind of like needles on your fingers way.
Yeah, like little flakes and things.
Yeah, mostly like weed needles.
Okay.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is my most important treasure, was the rear limb watch. I'm gonna put him down now, because if you let him out too long, he starts to smell.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So back in the freezer with you.
Yeah, just throw them wherever. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't care here. So.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. So let's get down to the real controversy here.
Yes.
Did you and Brandon cross paths? And if you did,
We did.
was it sleek, sexy, or a combination of both?
It was neither.
Neither.
It was awful.
None of the above, you would say.
Because again, at first it was sexy, but the thing is, as I got to know the dirtbag, I'm like, this guy.
Extremely baggy.
Oh yeah,
as you're describing.
extremely baggy. The thing is, the problem with Brandon is that he has such a love of dirt. It's sick. It's sick. He's into some weird dirt-related stuff, man, and he stinks. Smells like sulfur. I've never seen anything like it.
Never smelled anything.
Never smelled anything like it before.
Absolutely.
It gives me hives just thinking about it.
This guy's hiving up over
I know.
here, and I mean we've still got a few minutes here.
I know.
I mean, last week Brandon was talking, real mad stuff.
Oh, I've heard about it. I've seen it on USA Today.
So if you were to talk to USA today, perhaps in the USA,
Yeah.
would you give us a quote as to what you want the message to be to Brandon?
Brandon Polson is a literal vampire potbelly demon.
Bow-legged, bucktooth.
He's just a demon.
Oh,
A literal vampire potbelly demon.
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
It's insane.
You heard it here first. Well,
So, you have any more questions for me?
my only question is, when can you come back on the show? We'd love to have you. You're a sensation.
I can come back any week. I'll make sure to, we never got to see some of the other treasures I got, but next time I'm going to bring in a video of one of my treasure hunting expeditions. Hopefully I don't come across Brandon.
I've got plans. I've got plans of bringing you guys both on the show at the same time.
You can't do that to me, man. I'll do it, but thing is, make sure to keep a fan running, because he stinks.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. This is Max Hard Donuts. Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you very
Great to
much.
have you on the show.
Thank you, America!
So, tune in next week for another handful of entertainment. And be sure to like TV10 Eau Claire on Facebook. I'm your host, Kevin Romano, and as always, I'm the handful, and you are the handsome. Good night, everybody.